Kinchung, Associated Press archives. President Trump is scheduled to attend the ceremonial groundbreaking this afternoon for a massive $10 billion Foxconn factory complex in Silicon Valley. No, not that Silicon Valley. We're talking about the burgeoning, startup ecosystem in and around Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where local civic boosters say the international electronics contract manufacturing behemoth and iPhone assembler is bringing 13,000 jobs and a capital investment up to $10 billion to town. It's the state's largest economic development project by far and, when measured by jobs, the largest corporate attraction project in U.S. history. It's also Wisconsin's latest and greatest move to set itself up as the American Midwest's capital of disruptive entrepreneurship. Here's a quick fact sheet about the Foxconn development and the high-tech flag planting going on these days in the middle of America's fairyland. How big is this factory? The Foxconn campus will boast a floor area of 20 million square feet, a space large enough to hold 11 Lambeau Fields. Boosters say it will become one of the largest manufacturing campuses in the world, eclipsing the New Century Global Center in Chengdu, China, the Tesla Gigafactory in Sparks, Nevada, and the Boeing facility in Everett, Washington. What kind of jobs will be created? AdChoice Advertising and Red, invented by Teads. Foxconn specializes in the design, manufacturing and assembly of global computer and high-tech consumer electronics products and is best known as the company that puts your iPhones together. The campus will employ as many as 13,000 people, including engineers and other skilled workers. Foxconn says the average wage will be $53,875 per year plus benefits. When and if Foxconn has created those 13,000 positions, its payroll will be an estimated $800 million per year. Where is it being built? The complex will be located on approximately 1,200 acres of land near Interstate 94 in the Racine County village of Mount Pleasant, a state-designated village of 26,000 residents about 30 miles south of Milwaukee. What's the village known for? Initially, Mount Pleasant was considered a prime agricultural pocket where farmers plowed the fertile soils along the western shores of the Root River, where the original township was formed in 1842. It's now one of the state's fastest-growing communities in the state, with a strong manufacturing base and easy access to Milwaukee and Chicago, and as well as the nearby General Mitchell International Airport. When will it open? Hiring, permitting, planning and construction are set to begin immediately, and Foxconn plans to be operational by 2020 with the project completed by 2021. How is Wisconsin subsidizing Foxconn's project? Wisconsin is providing up to $3 billion in incentives over 15 years, including up to $1.5 billion in state income tax credits for job creation and $1.35 billion in state income tax credits for capital investment, an estimated $150 million for a sales and use tax exemption. All tax credits are pay-as-you-grow, which means Foxconn must create jobs and invest capital in Wisconsin before it is eligible for any tax incentives. Foxconn will only earn the maximum amount of tax credits, $2.85 billion, after it has created and maintained 13,000 jobs and invested $9 billion. Similar to the construction of the Milwaukee Bucks Arena, Foxconn will be eligible for a sales tax holiday for the purchase of construction materials. What will be unique about the next factory? Foxconn is creating the first liquid crystal display (LCD) manufacturing facility in North America and the only one globally that is not located in Asia. LCD panels are used in smartphones, TVs, computers, auto dashboards and other devices. Will the new plant crank out iPhone screens? Foxconn owns display maker Sharp, which supplies some of the smaller iPhone screens as well as a large number of iPad displays. Some sources believe Foxconn plans to supply iPhone screens from the Wisconsin plant after it opens for business. Isn't LCD display technology an endangered species? Experts disagree on whether LCD display technology will still be relevant in a few years, with some skeptics saying a plant like this could quickly becoming obsolete. Certainly Foxconn is going to have its work cut out for it, says Rosemary Abowd, a senior analyst and LCD panel expert at PMA Research, a United Kingdom-based firm specializing in display industry market data. Speaking to the Wisconsin Policy Research Institute for an article called Foxconn Deal, What Will the Future of LCDs Mean for Wisconsin? So what does its future look like? Abowd said Foxconn Technology Group, the world's largest contract electronics manufacturer, has shown itself to be a smart and agile company when it comes to evolving technologies like LCD panels. She points out that a liquid crystal display panel plant would face fierce competition from existing plants in Mexico, China and elsewhere. She adds, however, that Foxconn knows that and is probably working on technology and efficiency innovations that could give the Wisconsin plant an advantage. They're not going to build a plant that works like what we already have, Abowd says. What's the larger political context surrounding today's groundbreaking ceremony? On one hand, supporters say the Foxconn plant opening is evidence that the manufacturing revival fueled by Trump's "America First" policy is alive and well. On the other, the ceremony comes in the wake of an announcement this week by Harley-Davidson that it is moving some production of motorcycles overseas to avoid tariffs. And that's creating some angst in Wisconsin. The bike maker is located just up the road in Milwaukee, in a state Trump barely won and where fellow Republican Gov. Scott Walker is on the ballot in just over 4 months. What will Trump do during his visit? Before attending the groundbreaking ceremony with Walker and other state and local leaders, Trump will attend a fundraiser hosted by Milwaukee business executive Ted Kellner. Tickets start at $2,700 per couple and goes up to $100,000 to be a host and get a picture with the president. Does Foxconn have a presence in the area besides the plant factory? The manufacturing giant recently purchased a downtown Milwaukee building to house its North American headquarters as it prepares to construct its new complex down in Mount Pleasant. Foxconn bought the 7-story building from Northwestern Mutual and says about 500 people will work at the headquarters. The building will also house what Foxconn describes as an innovation center, to help startups and entrepreneurs develop applications for the display hardware the company is creating. What's going on right now? AD Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like unlimited data calls. McDonald's. The unusual link between eggs and diabetes. Health news tips. Today, why you should apply for the HSBC Advance Credit Card. HSBC Bank. Get unlimited access to over 700 VIP airport lounges. HSBC suffering from the heat. Try Aircool. NewThingsToday.com. Her marriage proposal spurned, she sped off in his. MercuryNews.com.